For 65 years, I had no problem sleeping, and yet I have had many sleepless nights over the last few weeks. This is it, my favorite jacket. Look, the badge from my old employer is still here. It's been an eternity. A jacket for cold days. Who knows where this journey will take us? I am still missing a few items from the list. For the longest time, I have wanted to take on this door. It has become stiffer and stiffer since I have lived here, and at some point, it won't be able to be opened at all. The only joy of leaving things behind is that you also leave behind your unfinished projects. You can't see much in the red light, but it protects the sensitive film. I have loved photography ever since I was young. Ever since I discovered that all a movie projector does is show lots of photos in a row, and that it even uses the same material, it was clear to me that I needed my own gear. But I had to save first. I didn't have any money back then. You can always use a razor, no matter where you go. Here, look, I had completely forgotten. This photograph is from the Great Depression. I had come up with a few things to give people their cinema experience. Movies are especially important when people are going through hard times. A good day starts with a good shave. Reminders of my old life. What's the next item on the list? She cannot hear me. I've barely moved. Miss Herman, she doesn't say hello anymore, but she's not above that sort of thing. Oh, Josef, you're not getting any younger. I think I'll manage without this stuff. The kitchen was always my favorite room, especially in the mornings when the light would shine in almost magically for a few minutes. It was the perfect environment for writing a few words in my journal. Der Luftpirat und sein lenkbares Luftschiff. Captain Moore's battles with his airship Meteor against one new villain after another. How I loved these stories. A shame the series. The telephone? Who could it be? The good old wood-burning stove. Freshly roasted coffee never tasted as good as it did here. Where did all these useless things come from? I won't need these bits and pieces. I think I'll manage without this stuff. I haven't looked in here in a while. Doesn't seem important. Some of my Jewish friends only drink bottled water because they believe their water is being poisoned. But I think that's poppycock. We aren't that far along, I hope. I no longer have any idea what these keys unlock. But you don't throw keys away, so I've collected them here. This is not the right key. The key fits. My old journal. I stopped writing in it after this entry. The most painful day of my life. I should continue to write in my journal to document my travels. All right, what's next? This table was already in the apartment when I moved in. It will also remain here after I leave. A little glass of wine here after the last screening. Something I held sacred. The end of a good day. Paris, c'est une fête. Plutonia, by Vladimir Obruchev. I love Russian adventure novels. Hopefully, I'll also find some in France. There's something funny about that clock. The supplies will spoil. I cannot take them with me. The ice in the fridge will quickly melt. The last letters from Jakob and Elsa. Without them, things just aren't the same here. The back door is always locked. Only Lieschen uses it for cleaning. Now it's no longer of any use. The old dishware from my parents' wedding. I have no idea if they're still valuable. I would like to take them with me, but they would never arrive intact. I have a distinguished Pinot Gris from 1928. It isn't kosher, though, but nobody needs to know. I don't want to take any of these things. A chest full of junk. I'll leave it here. How many hours have I spent here in the workshop? For nothing? I have always enjoyed repairing things myself, though. I probably won't be needing this. Paperwork. I'm not taking this. Workers leaving the Lumière factory in Lyon. The Great Train Robbery by Edwin S. Porter. I love imported movies from America. 11 minutes of pure excitement. Oh, look. I shouldn't forget this lovely item. There's even some film still left inside. Maybe I can take a picture with it. One last shot. What will I photograph? Wonderful. I'll develop the image once I've set up my laboratory somewhere. Uncle Benjamin with the twins. A shame we lost contact with each other. My parents on their wedding day. I am glad that they don't have to experience any of what's going on here. The first movies were documentaries. The Lumière brothers, of course, the Skladanovskys, William Dixon. For me, though, there's one person who changed everything. Georges Méliès. He was the first person who understood the power of film. He told stories and transported us to another world. I was able to save the projector from the fire. Married Life by David Vogel. A writer falls for a femme fatale. The whole story takes place in Vienna, Austria. Very nice, but not essential. A living room, a workshop, and a study. A lone wolf's apartment. That has never bothered me. I like being alone. Metropolis. A vision of the future is something only movies can provide. This was shortly after its opening. Esther, Lieschen, and the boys from the block. Everybody pitched in. Documents upon documents that I no longer need. My insurance document. I certainly won't be needing these anymore. A fake button, just like in the adventure novels. A kleinzig Trick für einen alten Kacker. Ah, there it is. My passport. Yes. And the contracts and folder for the Minerva Lichtspiele. I still remember the day when I first held them in my hands. I could never leave my camera behind. Let's see how far I get with my passport. The keys to the cinema are inside. I don't know why, but I don't want to leave them behind, even if there's no longer any door to come back to. Done. Not much is left on my list. Done. Not much is left on my list. The Road Back by Erich Maria Remarque. Soldiers tried to return home after the Great War. Luckily, I was already so old back then that I was spared any of that. The Trial by Franz Kafka. I once met Kafka at Askanischer Hofhotel, and I wanted him to sign my book. Well, it didn't seem like a good time. Sometimes it's better not to meet your idols. Nobody needs this paper anymore. Leaving the accounts behind won't be too difficult a decision. A young writer sent me this screenplay. I liked him, but the script was, never mind. It is terrible, but his passion for writing impressed me. Blonde Venus. The movie is no masterpiece, but La Dietrich wears a gorilla costume, which is something I certainly won't forget. A Woman of Paris. Everyone expected another comedy from Chaplin, and then he came out with this deep melodrama. Audiences weren't grateful, unfortunately, so I had to stop showing it much too early. Der Raubmord am Spandauer Schifffahrtskanal bei Berlin. One of the first movies that wanted to tell a story instead of just reflecting reality. My 1932 tax return. For once, something I won't miss. Ariane, a Russian Girl by Claude Anet. The adventurous Ariane leads a wild life beyond virtue. Men fall at her feet. She meets Konstantin, and both of them try to stop falling in love with each other. Unsuccessfully, I can say that much. I always said to Esther that romance novels keep me young. But this has to stay here. Bills, bills, bills. I settled them a while ago. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. To me it feels like the darkness is taking over the canvas. All Quiet on the Western Front. Playing this movie was a risk, but I did it anyway, even if there was a massive outcry. The Cabinet of Dr. Caligari. Whether the frame story of the film is actually for or against a trust in authority will always be a puzzle to me. I've already packed some pants. I don't need any more shirts. Lots of things have accumulated here, too. These are lovely shoes, but not my lucky shoes. I've already packed enough undershirts. Nothing but worthless trinkets. A lot of memories, but I can't take them all with me. I found this picture in a thrift store. This little book holds the telephone numbers of my friends and acquaintances. So many of them have already left. When I moved in here, having a telephone was something quite special. Whoever moves in after me will certainly be happy to have it. I've always thought about all those who have sat here before me, and those who might sit here after me. My first cinema ticket. It was Der Raubmord am Spandauer Schifffahrtskanal in 1896, the Edison Theater on Friedrichstraße. I knew straight away that that was the life for me. My second home, before the fire. My father as a young man. I think I'll manage without this stuff. The back door is always locked. Only Lieschen uses it for cleaning. Now it's no longer of any use. Not again. I should hurry. A young writer sent me this screenplay. I liked him, but the script was, well, never mind. It is terrible, but his passion for writing impressed me. Leaving the accounts behind won't be too difficult a decision. My insurance document. I certainly won't be needing these anymore. There it was, my cinema. Just the sight of it is still difficult to bear even now. These are spreading faster than the Spanish flu. The SR hoodlums have been in the neighborhood a lot of late. They are becoming more violent. I will always remember the combination, 1st of December, 1895. That was the day of the first movie screening in Berlin, in Wintergarten. So 1 clockwise. And then 12 counterclockwise. I actually just wanted to impress a girl. Elsa? Or Maria? She never turned up though, and I ended up sitting alone. anti-clockwise? It may have had an unhappy backstory. And then 95 counterclockwise? But the evening will always remain in my memory. There. Grandfather's pocket watch. The watch stopped on the morning of Black Thursday. It was truly a crazy coincidence. The coil spring snapped, but it can surely be repaired again. Just a few items left. Esther, that must be her. Hopefully no one noticed. I'll be down soon, Esther. Give me a few more minutes. Esther's car. She's waiting for me. I must hurry. I can't leave my lucky shoes. They must be somewhere in the hallway. I stored the shoes in the hallway. Perhaps on the shelf. My lucky shoes. Old shoes are always the most comfortable to wear, though they could do with some new soles. I'm taking my lucky shoes with me. I'm going to need some luck. Oh! They're after me. I have to get out of here, now. I shouldn't bring this. It takes up far too much space. Or maybe I should? No, that would be absurd. There's broken glass everywhere. Let's go, quickly.
Mr. Liebermann, Sturmabteilung, Auxiliary Police. Your neighbor has complained about the constant disturbance of the peace. Open the door.
I can't get around them. It's a trap. I must take the back exit.
Mr. Liebermann. I can hear you, Mr. Liebermann. Open the door. Otherwise, we will force our way in. Open up immediately.
Quick, let's get out of here. Move faster, Josef, before they break the door down. That's that. Goodbye, my old apartment. Or farewell.
There's no doubt. Did Josef make it in the end?
Josef made it. He traveled all the way to Paris with Esther. He then later migrated to the United States on the trail of Hollywood movie stars.
There wasn't so much space in the suitcase anyway. Too bad he didn't have a bigger one. Thankfully, those times are over.
And now we have been chatting for ages. I need to get back to work.
Look here, Dad. Dad? Wow, that must have belonged to Bismarck the bird. Or the great-great-great-grandchild of Bismarck the bird. It played for me. It played for Dad.
Are you hungry too?
Boring. What are you looking for again, Dad?
The screwdriver. Small, round, for unscrewing screws.
It wouldn't be so boring if there were other kids here.
Not right now, sorry.
Surprise! One Daddy special coming up.
That looks great.
For you.
Thank you.
Where have you looked for the screwdriver? When can we go back to school?
No one knows. Soon, hopefully.
We'll definitely be finished with the apartment by then. I'll take care of the food. Puzzle for attentive seekers. Now the apartment has 2 entrances. I like this box. I like to fill it by the time the apartment's finished. Dad, can I have some apple soda? can't find the screwdriver, Dad.
Must be around here somewhere. Did I leave it at home?
It's got to be a toad lily. Your paint's drying up, Dad. I can't find the screwdriver, Dad. Pretty crappy. Down with the old wallpaper. That's a funny mark. This old mattress is gross. I can't find the screwdriver, Dad.
Must be around here somewhere. But did I leave it at home?
Now the apartment has 2 entrances. I found something!
What is it this time?
A star made of straw, but in the stove? Why would anyone want to burn it?
Well, maybe it got really cold in here.
How stupid. They should have just turned the heat up.
No, you see, after the war, for example, there was no heating. Everything was broken.
But if everything was broken, then the star would be broken too, and the stove, and the people.
Maybe that's no ordinary star.
A magic star.
I think you might be right.
Matilda? Matilda?
Huh?
Oh, you're daydreaming again.
I'm so looking forward to Christmas. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There's still something to do first.
The neighbor gave us nettle tea because Lucas was coughing so badly in the hallway. Would Dad be upset that Mom traded in her wedding ring? I wonder what's happened to the man with the funny voice. I haven't heard him for a long while.
Leave it be, Matilda. He doesn't speak anymore. They play more music now.
Mom says the city's slowly running out of wood.
Leave the food stamps there. They need to last us the next 14 days.
Mom, are these stamps for chocolate too?
Rarely. That crook Conrad would rather sell them for cigarettes.
What can you get for cigarettes?
Good stuff, and things you can't buy with stamps. Real flour, bacon, sugar. The black market is a real Santa Claus.
Mom, the food smells good. Where did you get the turnips?
From Gesundbrunnen station. Cargo trains pass through there with provisions for the Russians. I stood for hours in the cold. A sentry watched me and laughed at me. When the train came, I asked him if I could have something. First, he mocked me, but then he threw 2 turnips from the carriage.
That's good at least.
If you can get something, then you take it. Got it? Laughter passes by, but a turnip in the belly lasts. Yeah?
It must be minus 100 degrees outside. Will we do a hoarding trip again?
There are barely any trains running at all.
Can't we go visit Aunt Lottie in the countryside again? See the cows?
It's not much better there either. Keep the dog fed, or you let out all the heat. We are staying here. This is our home.
We'll make it pretty. Besides, if we move, Dad won't be able to find us when he comes home. Do you have to move rubble again tomorrow as well?
Yes, there are only 8 women there today. We'll get more food stamps if we can free up the wall by New Year.
Can I come too? I'm strong.
It's no work for children. Are you finished?
No. Does Santa Claus get the presents from the black market? Where's Dad going to sleep when he comes home?
Your eyes water from over them, and you can barely breathe. And you'll find awful things in the rubber. No, it's no work for children. Are you finished?
No.
The plates in the basket need to be laid out on the table.
One for me, one for Mom.
So, 150 grams of bread per head. That's enough for 3 thinly cut slices. Are you finished?
No.
I dreamed of chocolate cake last night, with cream and nuts.
Sometimes I dream of Aunt Lottie's roast dinner. Do you know the one?
Matilda,
Did I do something wrong?
who's the 4th plate for? Can't you count?
But I thought... Because it's Christmas. And Dad's surely on his way.
You really do believe in Christmas miracles. All right.
Mom, the Christmas tree looks so sad.
Nonsense. Can we eat?
I need decorations for the tree. Can I go into the locked room? Please?
There's nothing in there for children.
There's so many odds and ends lying around in there. Then I'll be a rubble woman too.
All right. But put something warm on. Just this once, though.
Yeah. I'll promise. I'll be back soon, Mom. See you in a minute. All right then. Let's have a look. Well, empty. But good for glittering stars. Rations, supplies? It looks a little like Mom's housekeeping plan. An old telephone? Might be useful to light fires. Wir Deutschen für... I can't make out the rest, but it's pretty. A map. I don't really understand what it's for, but it looks nice. Boring books. No magic or fairies. But there's something underneath. Dad's medals. But today, they are Christmas tree balls. That was painted for Mom and Dad's wedding. She really liked it, but she cries now when she sees it. I could make something pretty with them. So shiny, but what can I do with these? Oh, cow poop. Now they're stuck behind the lid. Dad played and sang so beautifully, but the lyrics were boring. It was always about the same thing. He promised to teach me how to play the piano after the war. Dad's toys! Lucas always had his eyes on them. Apparently, the previous tenant gave us this as a gift, but we never used it. The nest has been empty for months. I hope the birds are doing well. If I carefully... Oh, how wonderful. Mom probably forgot that we had these. Oh, look. How wonderful. Someone is as festive as we are. That's Russian. They have funny letters. There's a service going on over there right now. The curfew's been lifted, but we still don't go out much. A bonfire. Lucas and I built it earlier. Might be useful to light fires. An old telephone?
Finally, there you are. We're waiting.
Almost done. I just have to decorate the Christmas tree.
Matilda, that's not a toy. down. We want to celebrate Christmas now. Your father's medals? This is bordering on disrespect.
Mom, are you mad? There are no tangerines this year, so Lucas and I just painted a few stones instead. There are no tangerines this year, so Lucas and I just painted a few stones instead.
Hands on the table. We are still civilized people.
Mom, did Dad kill people? I asked you something. Mom?
Ask him yourself when he's back.
When will he be back?
Eat your soup.
Why do we write letters to him if he never writes back?
Matilda, you're ruining Christmas dinner for us with all your questions. One last time, eat your soup and keep your mouth shut.
But Dad wasn't a hero.
Your father was an honorable man. What was he supposed to do? We didn't know any of that. We don't have any more, Matilda. Nothing. And I don't have any energy left to feel ashamed. We should never have returned to Berlin. Everything's supposed to be the way it used to be. Lucas, why don't you play us something on your recorder?
Yes, Mom.
Your father would have liked that.
There's another arrow. Why did Matilda's mom lie?
Maybe she thought it was the truth. Somehow. Things often look different in retrospect.
Yeah, like in school. Sometimes I see things differently too. Like after math quiz.
School is important. Don't get into any trouble.
It was just a joke. I'll make it cozy for us. Now the apartment has 2 entrances. Look how quickly you can get from one room to another now. And Yosa's cinema was somewhere down there. That's where Lou threw the paper planes from. I've never seen such a big picture. I wonder if anything exciting happened in the other apartments too. pretty crappy. This is a really nice room too, Dad. Do you think people wanted us to find these things?
Some of them maybe. It's coincidence for the others. Just like all the stuff from the attic. Can you help me throw them into the chute?
Now the apartment has 2 entrances. Does all of this have to go, Dad?
Yep, everything. Just toss it out.
Bye! Cool, Dad, look. All of that has to go now. Dad. There's something there, but I can't get to it. Get rid of the old stuff. What is that? What is that funny thing?
That's an old typewriter. That's how people used to write. Give it a go.
But it's not even plugged in. Does it have a battery?
It works without electricity. A little like stamping.
Can I write a story with it?
You can use it to write anything.
Maybe an adventure, a true legend. You know, before, you used to make up a story for me every night.
Yeah, to help you fall asleep. But that got a bit exhausting for me after a while.
Can we do that again? Every night? Please, please.
You come up with something. You're already in the 2nd grade.
Okay. So, this typewriter once belonged to a great author. No, an astronaut.
Maybe both can be true.
You know what, Antonia? This looks pretty good so far. Well, for the 5th draft. If I could just keep my eyes open for another hour or 2. Maybe then I'd manage to rewrite the beginning again. Especially with all those wonderful suggestions from up on high. No time like the present.
The cosmonaut was ready to set forth into an unknown world. As her crew was stuck on the surface of the moon, she had no option but to pilot her ship. I should probably decide on a name for that spaceship. The space cruiser Meteor, to her destination on her own. It carried her farther and farther away from the sun and so far away from the blue planet. I'll leave it like that for now. I can always change it later if I need to. In the 6th or 16th pass. She was ready to lead humanity into a new era. Her destination was the planet Saturn, so distant, so lonely, and yet surrounded by billions of larger and smaller particles that cause its rings to shimmer in mysterious colors. The signal that originated from there had been puzzling humanity for 6 years. She looked at the photograph in her hand. It was the last group photo of the crew, taken on Earth before the blast-off. There's still 2 possibilities for the backstory. Both would work, but what would the publishing authority prefer? She felt as if an eternity had passed. With tears in her eyes, she remembered the unfortunate fate of Commodore Buzz Gibson, who fell victim to pressure loss in the turmoil of the failed circumnavigation of the moon. She would see this mission through to its end, if not for the people of Earth, then for the comrades who had been forced to stay behind. Phew, it's a lot of repetition. I'm sure some readers will be grateful for the summary. A quick break might be in order. The Russian authors have got the hang of it. Mom was always so proud of Dad's achievements. I always wondered whether she even really liked his books. Sometimes I wish I never signed this contract. My first book, Change, is almost 5 years old. Although, standstill would have been more appropriate after the publishing authority had gone through it, but it was an achievement to have published anything. Science fiction just does not receive the same level of scrutiny. It's just made up. Yeah, right. If I hadn't bumped into the physics students in the library, the whole story would be a sloppy mess. Why do I have all these old tombs from the great Carl G. Zelensky laying around? I'm quite proud of the story structure. The plot is relatively complex, and it's still accessible. This report from the publishing authority does not bode well. Did I really smoke them all? Huh? What? Stay calm. You're just a bit tired.
Warning, warning. Pilot to the bridge. Interstellar objects in close range.
The first female cosmonaut in space. Excellent inspiration for my story. A universal translator like this could help prevent a lot of misunderstandings. It might even prevent military conflict. The ship is right on track. I shouldn't change the destination coordinates. Let's see. What happened? The cosmonaut had almost left the asteroid belt. The last few rocks streaked past dangerously close to the ship. She had to take action. Computer, activate the ray guns. Fire!
Confirmed. Activating ray guns.
Weapons that fire pure energy? Would humanity have not wiped itself out a long time ago with these? Well, that was a little too easy. This needs to be something more intense to make the danger more palpable. Another asteroid approached the ship. It was on a direct collision course. Computer, full power to the maneuvering thrusters.
Confirmed. Redirecting power to the maneuvering thrusters.
I wonder if something like this might be possible someday. It's certainly conceivable. At the farthest edge of the asteroid field, the cosmonauts saw her long-awaited destination. The planet Saturn was in sight. Come on. A little more detail will bring this scene to life. The view was breathtaking. Revealed before her was a pristine, brightly shining, azure blue sphere hanging peacefully against the darkness of the cosmos. The view reminded her of the sky above the Baltic Sea on a clear summer's day. How far had she traveled? That's powerful. That shows that her feelings are still a little melancholy, despite the importance of her mission. The surface of the planet was calm, smooth, and still like the ocean on a windless night. That's getting a bit over the top now. I'll have to go over it again later. And now, an exciting lead into the next chapter to keep my readers hooked. Computer, establish contact via radio wave telegraphy. Use the origin of that strange signal as the destination coordinates.
Hailing frequencies opened.
The communication model emitted a signal. We've done it. It sounds like someone's trying to make contact. We've almost left the asteroid belt. Not much farther now. This is a space cruiser Meteor heading to planet Saturn. To whom am I speaking? Come in.
This is Bulow. I hope I'm not disturbing your work too much.
Yes. Comrade Bulow. Hello. I was actually just about to take a break. Oh, the new revision is almost complete.
Yes, exactly. About your novel, hang on. The one called...
Yes. I'll go through it slowly so you can write it down. Silent signals from the planet Saturn.
Yes, exactly. Of course, that's the name. Yeah, it's a powerful title. So about the new draft, I've just come out of a meeting with the publishing authority.
Yes?
Unfortunately, there are still one or two issues. You know what they're like. It's nothing personal.
Yeah, I know.
First of all, regarding the main character and the idea of a female cosmonaut, think about character leads like Yuri Gagarin. People just relate more to male protagonists.
Well, I think...
And then we thought about it a little and wondered whether contacting an alien civilization by radio might also not just be very reckless. Imagine what would happen if there was an enemy of the state on the other end.
But it all revolves around that. That's the core of the entire story, and the book is almost finished now.
It will only be finished once the approval procedure's complete. Zielinski, you have to deliver now.
Yes.
Maybe you could contact your father, Carl.
Because he did everything you told him to, but the book is almost finished.
Excuse me? Miss Zielinski?
That's fine, Comrade Bulow. I'll take care of it without my father. What a disaster. They want me to change everything. How am I even supposed to manage that? I have to pull myself together now, or else everything will blow up in my face.
Attention. Fluctuation in the fabric of space-time. Danger. Danger.
Back to the bridge. The space cruiser Meteor had run into massive turbulence. It almost seemed like the fabric that made up interplanetary space was being torn apart. The changes are tearing everything apart. They want me to ask for Dad's input because he always did what they said, but we'll get there. Broken. Nothing's working anymore. All the systems had failed. Even the controls were unresponsive to the cosmonauts' inputs. She had to find and open the maintenance hatch. Nothing's working anymore. The maintenance hatch. What a mess. Right. Stay calm. We can do it. What did Bulow say? No female protagonist. Contact is too dangerous. Where do I start? What if I just changed? Maybe I can appease Bulow if I change the flashback into the cosmonaut's past in Chapter 4? And maybe if the female main character isn't quite as independent. But if I change that, it will obviously impact everything that happens later. Oh geez, the simplest chain reaction. A cascade, a butterfly effect. Maybe it would be better to go to Chapter 5 and change the focus here. I was never keen on the orbiting of the moon anyway. The crew instead had problems with... The crew could be attacked by capitalistic coursers, pirates under the flag of the class trader. They steal money from our heroes, and that would also give me an explanation for the lack of fuel. Will that help, though? The core of the story is supposed to be about something completely different. Come on, Antonia. Let your imagination run wild again. What if we spice up the story with real science fiction elements like The end just doesn't take place. It has taken place and will take place again. There are multiple dimensions at different points in time, and everything is happening at the same time. And then again, at the same time it doesn't. It's only getting more complicated. Don't let it drive you crazy, Antonia. Concentrate on the core of the story. The core. It needs to be something even more powerful. Everything is possible. There are no limits. The greatest threat to the crew is... the sun could become a black hole, swallowing everything up. Light, energy, time itself. And that's obviously a metaphor for the insatiability of the ruthless capitalistic system. The black hole is obviously a trigger for the time travel, that's clear. It's the beginning, end, and the middle all at once. There. I wouldn't need to explain much more than that. That would solve almost all my problems. Oh no. But then, is that still the core of my story? I think I've almost cracked this nut. I have to go further. Another stroke of genius. It turns out in the end, the signal was fabricated by intellectual vampires from Venus. They could even join forces with the capitalist space pirates. After all, they're bloodsuckers too. That makes total sense. That's it. Just brilliant. I think this idea is now complete garbage. I'm officially at the end of my rope. I'm breaking more than I'm fixing at the moment. What would Dad do now? I want to tell a story in which people surpass their own abilities. That's the core of the story. I need to keep a cool head and think. Coffee. Yes, I need coffee. My last chance. Do I even have any left? Fortunately, the essential themes will hold the story together. I don't always get around to cleaning when I'm busy writing. The coffee dried up some time ago. Every story has an ending. Like this one, for example. This would be the part of the ship that was seized by the space pirates and sold in the West. I can't get Bulow's comments out of my head. Thank you, Comrade Bulow, for your many wonderful suggestions. Greatly appreciated. Who designed these endless hallways? It's such a waste of material. Bulow and all his changes. I guess I'll have to fight to have a female protagonist in my own book. There were originally 7 of us. This was never intended to be a solo mission. If we really do happen to come across any alien life, I'm sure Professor Palemba will be very annoyed about the missed opportunity. We didn't have a xenolinguist on board for nothing after all. It certainly won't get any easier without a doctor and a cook on board. Marta would definitely know what to do. Heike Jung, the pilot. That's me. Leo always kept the ship in good shape. I can only hope it doesn't fall apart without her.
Miss Zielinski, this is Bulow. The publishing authority still has a few questions regarding the commander of the ship.
The black hole.
You see, the Commodore is a capitalist Westerner, an American even. That's obviously an issue.
Gibson? Yeah, but he moved to Berlin with his parents as a child.
We know, but it's too confusing. Make it neater. Wouldn't it be better if he had grown up in a socialist sister country?
But you did read the Commodore dies during the lunar orbit.
Of course, but you would expect a heroic sacrifice like that to come from someone from a socialist country. Come on, Zelinsky, you're an author. Just pick one. Can't be that hard.
Of course, the Commodore could be a good party activist.
The Commodore, may he rest in peace, was first and foremost a Soviet patriot.
Wonderful and excellent suggestion.
And instead of hamburgers, he loves Storyanka. How exciting.
Just like always, well, I could care less. Coffee. I wanted to grab coffee. It'll clear my head. Whether American, Russian, or Martian, the Commodore sacrificed everything for us.
Hello, this is Bulo. You're sure on the phone a lot when you should be writing. Ecology?
Sorry?
Ecology is a contemporary topic, and we think it would work really well for your story. Clean air is really wonderful. The publishing authority agrees. Do you think we can squeeze that in?
Air? Of course. Actually, there is simply no air to breathe on board the ship, hence the spacesuits.
I want to go over this topic again later. Have you spoken to your father yet?
Well, we agreed that I would work it out myself, didn't we?
Oh yes, apologies. My mistake. So, fresh air, yes, write it in.
Impossible. Oh, whatever. It's illogical anyway, but maybe the ship could just have... The constant fresh air on board reminded the cosmonaut of her faintly remembered walks through the forest around Berlin. It's just complete nonsense. It is so frustrating when you know what's right, but no one else believes you.
Bulo again, Miss Zelinsky, I forgot to mention something. In Chapter 9, there's reference to the ship being armed with these nuclear warheads.
That's right, they're used in Chapter 12 and...
We know. Only do you not think that these days, just the word nuclear triggers some pretty strong feelings? I once had a similar discussion with your father.
Yes, and in the future, these once deadly weapons are used peacefully and demonstrate how humanity as a whole has evolved. It's important, Bulo. Bulo? Are you still there?
Cut the nuclear weapons, or the publishing authority will cut your book.
Despite sufficient capacity, the ship obviously did not carry any nuclear warheads. Where you may have once found deadly weapons, you would now only find unending ease and the cheerful spirit of socialism. these changes are a nightmare. I have to focus and keep the core of my message. I need a break. And then I'll start a respectable career, I think. Finally! The coffee room. We often sat here together with the crew and just had fun. Lots of blinking displays. Most of them are red. From here, you can see the space cruiser's best side. There it is. My coffee. Black and delicious. Ah, just what I needed. You can feel the coffee enter your brain's pathways and deliver nothing but goodness. A little boost of energy was exactly what I needed. Back to work. Bulo and the Publishing Authority are a disaster, but I'm not giving up yet. The core of the story is damaged, but it's still there. Nothing has been in vain, as long as I keep the core of my message.
Miss Linsky, I have good news. The Publishing Authority has suggested that we get your father in on the project.
Sorry?
Your father is an accredited author. The Publishing Authority trusts him. He could help us. He could especially help you.
They want his name, don't they? He'll be the one on the book. What about me? I wrote this book.
All I'm saying is the Publishing Authority's patience has its limits. They could still reject the book. And if I'm being honest, the decision's already been made. The manuscript is already with your father.
Excuse me? What?
I know it isn't easy, but I'm sure that this is the right path forward now.
Oh, of course.
Fantastic. We're in agreement then.
Bulo! You need to calm down first, Tony. I'm sure I can persuade Dad to keep his hands off it. But then they'll make me write loop after loop until nothing is left of the core at all. If the core of the story is really this important to me, then Dad can put his name on the book, and maybe it will get through that way. But then, what about me? That's KARL. It stands for Kinetic Artificial Repair Lead. It's a maintenance robot. Data storage? That won't help me. I can't get to the core from here. Professor Palembe's toad lilies, the first of their kind to be grown in space. I would love to swap places with you. What do you think? Maybe the maintenance hatch is on the other side? I'm not actually trained to mess about with the core at all. If I had just left my chief engineer in the story, instead of leaving her stranded on the moon with the others, she always had her optronic coupler with her. Let's see.
Miss Zelinsky, we have to talk about the technology on board the ship again. We think the designations for some of the tools are a little too elevated. Factory workers, farmers, they shouldn't feel excluded as readers.
But we're talking about a spaceship here, not a trabant.
We don't think that the main character necessarily has to have an academic background, right?
Understood. What if instead they were... a simple farmer from the countryside?
Someone from industry would be even better. A simple worker, for example.
What a great idea.
Wonderful. Goodbye.
What should I use to open the hatch? Whatever you want, Bulo. Fortunately, advanced socialist technology during the era of space travel had remained robust and accessible. She had to redirect the energy to stabilize the core. There were 2 switches behind the hatch. One of the main systems had to be deactivated. She could choose between the life support systems and the lighting. The cosmonaut didn't waste much time choosing. And decided that switching off the lights would be the lesser sacrifice to redirect energy to the core. Thankfully, I know the engine room like the back of my hand. It looked to her like the core might be calming. That should be enough to stabilize the core for now, but it won't hold forever. I need to find a solution so that I can safely complete the mission.
Warning. Core status critical.
Damn it.
Recommending emergency activation of the KARL repair unit.
Activate the KARL repair unit? Please don't. The printer's just spitting out error codes. I know Bulo wants me to ask Dad for help, but I have to do it myself. Activating KARL would mean admitting failure. Everyone says I'm lucky to be the daughter of such a famous author. It's just that the author in question is a stooge of the system. I will lose my shit if this telephone rings again. I'd rather leave the television off. Comrade Bulo, please let me work.
Tony? Hello, it's me, Dad. I wanted to see how you're doing with all the chaos.
Dad, this is a really bad time to call.
I just wanted to ask one thing. Was it your idea to send me the manuscript, or was it Bulo's?
Honestly, it was Bulo's idea.
That's what I thought. Bulo, you dog.
Dad, listen. I have to do this myself. This has to be something meaningful. And even if I'm not sure how right now, I have to do this on my own.
I've read it. What you wrote. The manuscript. It's really good.
Sorry?
It has so much to say about us. About everything. It has a true core. But they'll never let it through with your name on it. You know that. That's why you're out of time.
The core is already severely damaged. It risks destroying the entire ship.
But how are we going to complete the mission without the core?
What do you think is the most important thing about this mission? You will have to make a decision.
I want to make a name for myself as an author.
You want to do it on your own? Of course. It would be foolish to take yourself out of the game so close to the end. I made the same decision. Then, today, again and again, you will go your own way. And maybe success will find you. But the core, we have to get rid of it. We will not make it otherwise.
Was it ever easy?
The core cannot be saved anymore. You have to release it from its anchoring. Then we will eject it into space through the universe.
The core? That's the reason I'm even here.
That's the wrong console. I need to get to the other side.
It contains everything that was important to me.
Warning. Maintenance hatch to core is unlocked.
The anchoring has been released. The core is now free.
I'm sorry. Believe me. I understand what this means to you.
I know what I have to do.
You have to eject it. Concentrate on what is really important to you.
The cosmonaut.
Let it go.
Why? Why did it have to come to this?
You were doomed from the start. It's always the same. It is no coincidence. It's their system. They wear you down until nothing is left of you or of what was once important to you.
Yes.
But your book will certainly be a success. With any luck, people will read what you've created. And then you can write another book, and you'll say to yourself, this time, I will keep my core. No one will interfere this time. And maybe this time, you will succeed.
Did you succeed?
No, but maybe next time.
Yeah, maybe next time.
We cannot give up.
When you make up a story, you're always taking on a bit of a person you're telling the story about. This is really how it is.
The novel Silent Signals from the Planet Saturn was published the same year. At some point, the publishing authority had nothing more to complain about.
You just have to keep at it, and sometimes you also need a little bit of luck.
I like it. Antonia wrote lots of other stories. She show that you don't get anything for free and that sometimes you have to fight for your freedom.
That's great. And it's true too.
I like to put the necklace in the box.
That looks great.
For Tony.
The best-selling author.
What a wonderful collection. An entire century in one box. I'd like to keep it now.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Come on, I'll show you something. I found the perfect hidey hole.
It fits perfectly.
Wait. I have an idea. We should hide something of our own here in the apartment too.
Oh yeah! Do you mean someone will find my wall drawings eventually?
Definitely. Shall we?
I'm starving.
What do you want to eat?
Ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream isn't real food.
2 then?
That's not what I meant. And where did you see an ice cream parlor around here?
An ice cream from my store would be okay too.
Nah, a scoop of ice cream from an ice cream parlor would be better.
All right then, you've convinced me.
And you'll be getting broccoli flavor.
That's not funny, Dad.
We still need to gather up all the tools you threw down the chute.
If you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
I'd be stracciatella.
Why that one?
'Cause at the first glance, I look classic and relaxed, and then bang, lots of little surprises.
So you're boring with a bit of fun?
I'm reliable but not predictable.
I think you're like vanilla.
Hey, don't ruin the surprise.
But that's such a typical dad flavor.
And what are you?
Smurf ice cream with colorful sprinkles and cookie dough.
Chaotic, loud, and sweet as sugar.
And no one knows what's in it.
A mystery then, just like me.
Are we gonna renovate another apartment again soon?
I thought you wanted to go back to school soon.
But school's boring.